Hi, we're on the New Haven Green. It's Interfaith Day. I'm going to get started in about 3 minutes. I just want to make sure that I get people so I don't have to repeat myself. And so Bruce Barris puts this together every year, and all these organizations come out and talk about their services. One of the things Stop Solitary CT works on is how we can change the conditions within prisons and how we can change the policies and laws that allow us to have the mass incarceration in this country that we have. A lot of the furniture you may be sitting on in those churches and universities are provided cheaply by incarcerated people who get paid $1 a day for the work that they do. Should those people get sick while they're working, they have to pay $3 to go see a doctor. A lot of stuff that's been going on out of sight, we're making sure it's out there for everyone to see. All you taxpayers are paying for this. Are you okay with this? I'm grateful about that because so many people need to get this information, have no clue what incarceration is like, how much damage it does, and how dehumanizing it is. So it's very important to us this year that our campaign has got to really touch on strip searching, cavity searches should only happen probable cause. And I brought someone here who's formerly incarcerated, who's out, who can talk about all that kind of stuff. So think about the psychological harm of what they do, and he can describe it. The American Bar Association has spoke out against it, and we're hoping to get more people tell their stories.
Prison is one of the most traumatic experiences I think a human could ever experience. Being traumatized over and over and over and over and over and every day, over and over and over again. You get beaten down enough, learn to keep your mouth shut. And then that translates to other things, like not being able to communicate with your partner, and not be able to communicate with your friends, not to be able to communicate with loved ones. Before I ask if anyone has any questions, I just would like all of you to just think about what type of neighbor do you want? You know, do you want me traumatized, broken? You know, do you want me lost, not be able to get a job, not be able to go to school? You know, is that the neighbor you want?
And if you can see the film at 1:30, film about the trip that I and others took to Norway to see how they do things. But what the one thing about Norway, they say we see people that are incarcerated as our neighbors. They're coming home. What kind of a person do we want coming back to our community? Right. And see, what's incredibly difficult about bringing Norway to Connecticut, honestly, we are so segregated that many of us would never be in your community, so you don't care how they turn out. Inside your folder you have a mother's journey, and that's my journey with my son who was incarcerated, is to let you know that not only is the person who's in those spaces being destroyed, so are the people who love them. And one thing that he talks about, or all of them talk about, is surviving. How do we heal from it? That's the big part. Many survive. How many really heal? And let's all just love each other enough to care about those who society has thrown away.